Hey guys, so today I'm going to give you guys a quick tutorial on how to create this design and also how to transfer this design to put it onto a t-shirt. Alright, so I've already created the design. As you can see, a customer is going to Animal Kingdom in Disney for her son's 3rd birthday, so she wanted an Animal Kingdom design. So this is kind of what I created. So I'm going to start on a blank page. Okay, so I started on a blank canvas. She did send me some inspiration pictures, so I kind of just found designs based off her inspiration. So what I did was I went to Google and I kind of found a Disney image. There are several places you can find images. You can go to Etsy, and there are very few designs that I found to match the Animal Kingdom vibe. There are a few designs you can purchase from Etsy for a couple bucks, but I did not go the Etsy route. I honestly never really do. I used Etsy a few times when I first started, but pretty much all my designs I just create myself. And I know there are some other websites that you can find designs on as well, but again, for this design I was able to find it on Google. So what I did was I found my image on Google. So I just searched in Disney Animal Kingdom, and then as you can see, this is the screenshot of the design. So I'm going to obviously just crop it out, not cutting off any of my design. And I did end up cutting off the Animal Kingdom part because she did not want it to say Animal Kingdom. But this is the design. And as you can see, there's like a light gray and white checkered background. So you would want to remove that background. So I just clicked on Edit Photo over to the left hand side, and I click background remover, and as you see, it removed that checkered background. I do have Canva Pro. It's like $12 a month. I've always had Canva Pro. I use a lot of the Canva Pro features, but just starting out, if you want to kind of just play with it, there is a free version as well. But for me and what I use it for, Pro is the way to go for me. Because you'll see like there's like a little gold crown. Anything with that little gold crown or white crown, those are the Pro features. So if it's something that you see, okay, I can use it with Pro, then that will probably influence you to go ahead and purchase Pro. So yep, so I just removed the background, and then I'm going to click on Edit Photo in the top left over here on the taskbar. I'm sorry, I was already on Edit. So I did background remove it here. So I'm going to click it again. And it pulls up my image how it originally was. And I'm going to go ahead and click the erase option just to erase Animal Kingdom off of my photo. Because again, my customer does not want that on it. So I just went ahead and removed the Animal Kingdom. And you can resize your brush by clicking on this. Makes it larger, smaller. This part right here we don't have to worry about removing because we did crop that part out. So now that I've erased Animal Kingdom, I can just hit the back button on the top left, and it brings me back to my background removed image with the Animal Kingdom erased. So I just like to crop it out just so I don't have too much extra. Even though the background is removed, I just have a habit of cropping my images. So boom, this is what we have. Now I'm just going to shrink it down and kind of move it to the side so I can now find my 3. For this design, I went to Elements over here on the left hand side, typed in a number 3. Pre-populated options. Like I said, go to Elements, type in the 3 or whatever number you're looking for, and it'll pre-populate some of the 3 options. And then I believe I just clicked on this one. So that is the 3 I use. Now, as you see on the top, it does have that color option where I can change the color of the 3. Some of the designs in Element, if you do not see that color box at the top, that means you cannot change the color of the design. So I like to find stuff that I can change the color because, you know, I would like to switch it up based off the color of my color scheme of my design. So for this 3, I am able to change it. So I like to pull from the colors I have down here. So if you see photo colors, these are all the colors that's in my design. But I'm gonna go with a tan because she wants it to be kind of a tan, nice safari color. You can always click on the color wheel and kind of just figure out your colors from here. So I'm gonna use this tan for my 3. I think I used that lighter one. Yep. So I have my tan for my 3. I have my Disney option here. And you see my Disney came back right there. I don't know what. I think I might have hit the back button too many times. For video purposes, I'm not going to worry too much about it. But make sure on your design it's exactly how you want it before you move forward. So you see how my 3 is overlapping my design. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on my 3. I'm going to go to layer. And then it's going to populate an option to send to the back. So now my Disney image is on top of my 3 instead of my 3 on top of my Disney image. And then you just want to kind of play with the size. So I want my Disney a little bigger, but not too big. So I'm right there. Now while I'm still in elements over here, off to the left hand side, I'm gonna now type in like safari grass, because I want to now bring some of the safari elements to my design. So you see when you type in, you can probably just type in safari and it'll give you probably some safari options alone. So I have a monkey, a safari sign, a safari jeep, some animals, a hat. Perfect. So my original design, which is here, you can see I added, see this monkey here? I added that monkey hanging from the 3. I added, there were some binoculars. And if you don't see it here, you can obviously search it in Safari binoculars or, whatever you're looking for. But I went and found some binoculars to put on top of my 3. I put some safari grass coming out from the sides. You see how it looks more full and more cohesive versus it just being plain like this. So I just clicked on, let's say we're gonna do this grass. And you see how the grass is on top of the 3. So the same way we did it previously, we're gonna right click, layer, send to the back. And now the grass is peeking from behind our 3. And you just kind of want to, size it and adjust it however you want, and just play around with it. If they sent you a design and they say, hey, I want it like this, I do try to get it as close as possible as I can to the design, because obviously it was something they liked about it. So I try to replicate the design as close as I can. Or if they say, hey, just, something like this, something similar, then I'll kind of just do my own little thing. So I have my monkey, I have my greenery. I'm gonna, still in elements, I'm gonna search for safari binoculars. As you can see, this stuff with the little crown that says pro, those are the ones that's obviously under the pro subscription. So I'm gonna just size my binoculars. Now you see on my image I chose how Mickey has on his little Mickey safari hat, or I don't know if it's just a safari hat and his ears are kind of peeking through it, but I definitely wanted to bring that element to the 3 as well. So again, I went to Google and I just searched Mickey safari hat, and I go to images, and then boom, I like this one. So I'm gonna right click, copy image, go back to my Canva design, right click again and hit paste. Now I have that image I just got from my Google. I don't want it to say 2019, and also you can see it has that white background. And sometimes what I do is I like to give my background a little color so I can see what I'm working with. So now you can see, because sometimes it's hard to see a white background with the actual Canva background being white as well. To use a color just so I can kind of see what I'm working with. So again, on the left hand side, I'm gonna, well, on the top left, I'm gonna hit edit photo, and then I'm gonna click background remover. I'm gonna remove that background from the Mickey hat. I'm gonna click on background remover again so I can erase this 2019. It's really simple, guys. Canva, I love Canva because it's very beginner friendly. It's very easy to learn and navigate. I have that background removed. Size it smaller. Click on this rotate option and kind of rotate it just slightly to fit over the 3. I'm actually gonna move my grass over. You see how it, okay, yeah, Canva has been tripping lately. I don't know if it's me or them, but you see how my background came back up and then left again. So I think that's pretty much what I did. That's just to give you guys a quick example on how to create a design from scratch in Canva. So she did want his name. So at the top again, how we had Safari binoculars, I'm gonna leave Safari and I'm gonna type in letters. And you see how your letters kind of populate up with the giraffe, kind of like the sun horizon, different animal prints. You got the zebra. So I just clicked on a bunch of different letters just to spell out his name with different colors, different fonts. Now, as I was saying before, you see how the E, there's no color block up here. So there's no way to change this. So if I, even though it's zebra print is black and white, but suppose I want it to be black and white and or green and white or brown and white, you know, just kind of switch it up a little bit. I don't have the option to do so with this design in Elements, so I'm gonna delete it. Let's click on another letter. See how this R, the color blocks pop up. So I can change this R to be brown, green, orange. You see, it gives me the option, and I can change that green background as well and make it black. In Elements, some of the designs give you that option to change it, some of them don't. So just be mindful of that. So yeah, that's how I found the letters to his name. I just played with it, click on different letters, and then that's how I came up with Romario. Okay, and then for the takes, I went over to text, right up under Elements. I just click on the first one because you're going to change it anyway. She said she wanted takes to be cursive. I'm going to click on the fonts. And then I'm going to click on handwriting because that kind of gives you all of the script options. You see how some of them have the crown, so some of them are pro fonts. So you can find the one that doesn't have that if you're doing the free Canva option. And I'm just going to kind of click on different ones and see which one I think looks better. And then that's how I found takes. All right, so that's how I came up with my design Romario takes 3. So now what I'm going to do is over on the right hand side, I'm going to hit share. I'm going to hit download. I'm going to click transparent background. Because you know how we uploaded the original Disney design, how it had that checkerboard? You don't want any background for your images. So you're going to make sure you click as transparent background because I'm going to now upload this design to my Cricut Design Space so I can go ahead and print it out and have it cut from Cricut. Cricut does have a feature where you can remove the background. If you forget, I believe Cricut does have a free, well, it is free because I don't pay for Cricut because I do all my designs in Canva for the most part, which I pay for. So you want to make sure you remove that background. So I have transparent background clicked, and I'm going to hit download. All right, so now I'm going to pull up my Cricut Design Space. I'm going to go, and I'm sorry, there's a horrible glare because there's clearly a window behind me, but Cricut Design Space, there's options. The second to last option is upload. So I'm going to click upload. I already have it here because I did upload it already. But when you go to upload, you're going to go to upload image, browse, and it should be that first one you just did. I always do complex. I'm going to hit continue. Now you see my background is removed. When I got to this point, if I wouldn't have removed my background, you would have seen the design and you would have seen it with a white background. You would have been able to click on it and remove the background at this point. Okay, my background is removed, so I'm going to apply and continue. This is going to be a print and cut option. If it was just a one solid color, you could do cut, but since we have the design with the colors and everything, it's going to be a print and cut option. So we're going to hit print and cut, upload, and there you have your design. And then you're going to hit add to canvas, and then there is your design. So I'm going to delete this because I already have my image here that I've already sized, and is what actually no, let me go back because I want to show you guys what I did. Let me go back. Okay, so this is what I just pulled up from Canva. Right? What I'm gonna do is in the top taskbar, there's an offset option. I'm gonna click offset, and you see it kind of populated like a shape around my entire image. So you can play with the little bar to get your offset as big as you want it or as small as you want it. I don't want my offset to be huge. I just want it enough to where it'll create that piece behind it. So I think I used 0.111, and I did resize my image. Actually, you see how it's spaced out? I actually created it where it's stacked on one another. How it's, instead of it being everything individually, I scooted my Mario down. I put my takes to kind of overlap it, and I have it together where it's more seamless versus this where it's spaced out. So then when I create my offset, it's going to be one piece. And I should have did that in Canva, but I didn't. But you can see the difference. You can do it in Canva so it comes over as one piece already. I'm going to hit apply. Now you can see how it'll cut my offset versus cutting each letter. So I turned my offset white because it's going to print out exactly how it's showing on here. So if your offset is black, it's going to print out just like this with your color design and your black offset. If I was doing it on a black shirt, maybe. So I'm going to change my offset color to white. I grouped the two, the offset and the actual design. I go over to the right hand side. At the bottom, I hit flatten. I'm gonna make it to one image. Now what it's gonna do is it's gonna cut around my offset versus cutting out each individual letter. And this is how it came out. So you see my offset around it. It cut around my offset. If I didn't have my offset, it'll cut out the R, the O, the M, and then I have to paste it all together on the shirt. Now when I'm ready to press my shirt, when I peel it off from my paper, it's gonna peel off as one design. You see how the R and the O is attached? It's gonna peel off as one design. And now my Cricut is gonna cut out my offset. And then this is what I have. So now I can gently peel this off of the paper, place it onto my shirt, press it, and it's good to go. So I'm going to delete this because, again, I already have it sized accordingly. Now I'm going to hit make it. So I need 5 more of this one size. So in the top where it says print copies, I'm going to change that to 5. Okay, so I'm going to come over to continue, send to printer. I'm going to choose my printer, which I'm using the HP OfficeJet Pro 9010. That's the printer I'm using. I'm going to turn off the bleed. Then I'm going to hit print. So as you see, it is printing out my design. And this is the printer that I have. And it just print out my design. And I will link the paper and everything I'm using in the description box below. So now I'm going to take my mat. Please excuse all the lint and particles that is on it. Y'all know these mats are sticky, so it holds everything. So it is best to keep your transfer sheet on your mats when you're done. That way the lint and dust won't stick to it. I have to clean my mats, but I'm going to line up my design within this box. See that where the square is? I'm going to do corner to corner and make sure it's lined up evenly. I don't want it to overlap. I don't want it to be too far under. I want it to line up perfectly because you want your cut to be as perfect and seamless as possible. And if your paper isn't lined up as straight as possible, it's not going to cut out the way it needs to cut. All right, so I have my image on my paper on my board, and I did use a piece of tape on the corners. And again, my mat is not fresh, it's not sticky, so using the tape will help hold it in place while it's going into your Cricut. So I'm gonna slide my board in. I'm gonna do printable iron-on dark. I have these bookmarked, so if you don't see that option there, you do browse all materials and you just find the material that you're looking to cut on. I have my most used options bookmarked so I can find it easily. So I have printable iron-on dark. Okay, so when I click on that, now the load button is lit up, so I can go ahead and load my board in. And now the cut button is lit up, so now it is ready to cut. So it's going to scan those black registration marks in the corner. And after it finishes scanning those registration marks, it's going to begin cutting out my design. Now, as you can see, it's going to cut out exactly where we put that offset. So it's going to finish cutting, and then I will show you guys. Oh, it's actually done now. So we're going to unload. I'm going to bring it back to my desk, and then I'm going to remove the tape and show you guys how to remove the excess paper. All right, so my design is cut out with my Cricut machine. Now I'm going to peel the corner, peeled up, and I took the tape off, so that's perfect. So I'm going to peel back this excess paper that we do not need, and you see it's leaving my design behind, and it's just pulling off of, you know, the excess paper. It's kind of hard to do this with one hand, but as you see, it's really easy. Just pulling off that excess paper, and it's going to leave the design behind, or the carrier sheet. See, it's really easy. See how it just comes off? So I'm going to go ahead and finish pulling off all of this excess paper. All right, so I have the excess paper pulled off. So this is what we have. So I'm going to finish cutting out the rest of my designs, get it all peeled, and I will come back when I start pressing the shirts. Alright guys, so I have my shirt laid out on my heat press, and what you're going to do is you're going to press your shirt for about 5 seconds just to remove any moisture and wrinkles out of the shirt. Then I'm going to go in with my lint roller to, of course, remove all lint and any just loose debris on the shirt. When you press your design, you don't want it to be any lint on the shirt whatsoever. So once I have that lint rolled, I'm going to take my shirt ruler, and a shirt ruler is going to help you find the center of the design, just to make sure your image is aligned nice and straight. Yeah, I've only been using this shirt ruler for a few weeks now, and it is a game changer. I usually do the method of folding my shirts in half, giving it a press just to find that crease. Yeah, this will save you so much time by using a shirt ruler. If you're doing just 1 or 2 shirts, you may not see a difference, but if you're doing 20, 30, 40 shirts, you will see that this will save you guys so much time in the end. So all of the products I use, all of my equipment, I will have it linked in the description box below, so be sure to check that out for any questions you may have on what products I used. Alright, so I'm just repeating the steps as far as pressing the image onto the front, and then on the back of the shirt she did want it to say Disney 2023. So using that same shirt ruler, I'm just finding the center of my shirts, and the Disney 2023, I just found a Disney font online, and I'm using vinyl, HTV vinyl for the back since it's just wording, so I'm not using the print and cut for the back of the shirts. Alright guys, I have completed all of my shirts, and I'm just kind of flipping through just to show you how they turned out. I think they look super cute. Comment down below what you guys think of the shirts, and let me know if this tutorial was helpful. Also, let me know if there's anything specific you guys want to see in the near future, like more working with Canva, how to make shirts, treats, tumblers, etc, etc. Don't forget to follow me on all of my social medias. They will be linked in the description below. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a big thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.